A Battle Royale mode might be coming to Battlefield 2042, Assassin's Creed could be getting a God of War-styled expansion, and more. Tom Henderson, a longtime journalist covering the games industry, has suggested that Battlefield 2042's rumored Battle Royale mode may be on the way. Henderson notes in a recent YouTube video that the Battle Royale mode for EA and DICE's first-person shooter will be coming in the very near future. He does not mention any specific dates or launch windows, however he does clarify that it won't surface at least within the next 6 months. In the meantime, some players have started trying to make their own BR-style games in Portal, and others have discovered that you can pet the dog or your ranger in multiplayer. Henderson goes on to speak about the next game in the Battlefield series after 2042, saying he's heard it will be even more like an Overwatch-style hero-based shooter. Specifically, he shares that a former developer with the Battlefield franchise told him the next game has bands of specialists fighting, rather than the individual specialists in 2042 that don't have factions. And that's not all Henderson has reported on. It was also mentioned that Assassin's Creed Valhalla's next expansion could potentially be larger than both of the game's previous story DLCs combined. The content is expected to be around 40 hours of additional content, with Henderson stating that it will be a God of War-styled expansion, whatever that means. Earlier this year, data miners uncovered something related to Valhalla called Dawn of Ragnarok, which might explain the God of War connection and suggest that Valhalla is planning to get even more fantastical with its story. After alluding to it earlier this year, Ubisoft has announced its first project within the non-fungible token or NFT ecosystem, and it's titled Ubisoft Quartz. An NFT is a one-of-a-kind item that exists on a blockchain that gives buyers digital ownership rights. Quartz will wrap up in-game cosmetics into their own NFTs, each of which will have a unique serial number and history of owners. These items, called digits, can then be freely traded between players for agreed-upon prices, with a natural economy forming around these transactions and the scarcity of items. If this sounds familiar, it should, as it's essentially what Valve has been doing with the Steam marketplace for games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, and more for years. The program, which is still in beta, is currently only supported by Ghost Recon Breakpoint on PC, and only available in certain regions despite using a decentralized blockchain called Tezos. The blockchain makes use of proof of stake as opposed to the energy-hungry proof of work blockchains such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, leading Ubisoft to call its venture energy efficient. In case you didn't know, it can cost an extreme amount of energy to produce an NFT and comes with a major cost to the environment, which may be why Ubisoft is stressing the energy-efficient angle of Tezos. This is the first step in what Ubisoft says will be a 4-year venture into blockchain technology and the company's pursuit of its own metaverse, according to Quartz's press release. No other games have been announced with support for these digits, but given Ubisoft's substantially large library, it's perhaps only a matter of time before that changes. Ubisoft isn't the only publisher looking at blockchain technologies and NFTs in particular, with EA and Grand Theft Auto owner Take-Two also taking an interest. The first full-length trailer for the new Halo TV series is coming this week during the Game Awards, but ahead of that, a new teaser video is here to get us excited. Filming on the Halo TV series wrapped in July this year following some delays related to COVID, but the show is now in post-production and teams are knee-deep in finishing the visual effects and other post-production efforts ahead of its release on Paramount Plus in 2022. What do you think of what we've seen of the show so far, and what are you hoping to see of it during the Game Awards? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss your next GameSpot news.